Hey everyone, Mouse is back in the house. I have, this is going to be the US coins I picked up at the coin show this past weekend. Um, Very first show I went to was March, the week before COVID hit, and they shut everything down. And that was the only show I had ever gone to, and I didn't buy anything there, other than one large cent. Because, I was kind of overwhelmed, didn't really know, just kind of wanted to go and see how things were. So finally, when COVID lifted 3 months ago, I went to a coin show. Great haul, lots of stuff. So I wasn't sure what I was expecting this time, so I went basically all the same sellers. The really great deals weren't quite there because I basically cherry picked them all last time. Did pick up a few cool things, and I want to share them with you. I paid a little more than for them than I normally would want to, but I knew I didn't have a lot of these because I'd recently gone through my half dollars and stuff and organized them, so I knew kind of what dates I didn't have. So picked up a few I didn't have for $10. It's a 1897 Barber half. And it does have wear. 1908 Barber half for $10 as well. $1917 Philly. Walking Liberty. 1918 Philly. This one looks pretty good. I mean, it's so worn, but it looks good. $1920. Not too bad. $1936 That one's had better days, but still not bad. And a 1939D. So those were all from the same seller. And I also picked these up from him for $5. 1917D Type 1, where the date's not visible. But if I get it on there, the D over here is clearly visible. And it's a Type 1 for a couple reasons. On the front, the hair flips up rather than down, and the more obvious one is on the back. There are no stars underneath the eagle. So that's a Type 1 for $5. And got a Barber quarter 1892 for $5. And then from the second side, I basically bought everything from the same two guys. The second seller had a no date Walking Liberty. And everything he had was 10% off. So I marked down what I ended up basically paying for each one. So for $7.65. Slick out Walker, but it's still below spot. Picked up some Benjis for $10.80 a piece. They were originally $12. Got a 1949. And you can see some lines on the bell. And all these halves I don't have for my collection, the Walkers or the Barbers or the Benjis. 1953S. And that is my daughter riding her little train. 1955. in 1956. So after I get through these, I'll go into my album. We'll stick them in my album. Also picked up, not too bad a shape. If I can get the glare doesn't like these dark. There's not too bad right there. With a little inside the flip with a dark coin, likes to reflect a lot. But Indian head, 1883. And then I got some junked coins. This bag is definitely the better deal out of the two. 10 Merc dimes. I'm sorry. This one's 8 Merc dimes for $8. But as you can tell, they're pretty slick on the dates on them. You can see on all of them it's just like this. You can see, basically make out it's a 19, probably 19 or maybe an 18, but you're never gonna know for sure. See, same thing with that one. They're all like that, where you can't read the very last digit, and they're all either 19, the teens or the 20s. This bag, not as good of a deal, especially now that silver dropped again. But I still bought it anyway. 10 junked dimes for $14, so $1.40 a piece. So, and they are pretty trashed. I mean, there's no eye appeal, nothing. Like even this guy looks good at first until you see the big old ding in the rim. But still, at the time, it was under spot. There is a Barber in here. He's rough, and he's also bent. And then there was, I actually got a date off of it, but I can't remember. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick it up with the camera. I think it was a 76. I could be wrong. Seated dime. But it is beat. So that's it for what I picked up as far as US. I did pick up some foreign silver. I'll do a separate video for that. And if you want to stick around, I'm going to pull out the books and we'll stick these in the books. Hey everyone, sorry it took me so long to get this video out. I went through and did a video of me adding each one of these to my pages in the album I have, and all that got messed up when I was editing, and then I ended up having just to delete it, and I'm just going to do it over again real quick. Just to show you real quick the coins. I already had an 1883 that wasn't in bad condition either, so now I have two. This one I didn't know. I just knew it was an older date, and I didn't have a lot of the older dates, but just happened to have that one already. And then the new dates, I did have, where is it? Oh, there it is. This is the one we just picked up at the show, 17D. I did have a 17S with a, you can make out the mint mark on that one as well. So it's definitely a 17S, type 1. And then the only Barber quarter I picked up, I did not have. It is my oldest Barber quarter now. And then out of the Franklins, the 1949 is now my oldest Benji. I'm trying to remember which other ones we picked up. We picked up the 53S. Did not have that one. Had the 53D already. And then we picked up the 55 and 56, which I did not have yet either. And then on to the Walkers, if I can remember what they were. 39D I know is one. Oh, I got this out of order. That's why. Start with the earlier ones. So we picked up the 17 Philly. I did have 17S front and back mint marks. I do not have either one of the D's. But I did pick up these at the last show from the same guy I got this one from this time. So guy did have the D on the reverse, which isn't incredibly uncommon, but it's not common either. I mean, it's still a good date, but he wanted a little more money for it, so I figured I'll wait on that. Pick it up another time. We did get the 18, which I did not have. So I actually have the Philly, Denver, and San Francisco of those now. We picked up the 1920. And we picked up the 1929S. Did already have one of those, but for 10 bucks, you know, we got another one. And I think I just showed you the 1939D. I think that was all the Walkers. Except for the Slick one, which doesn't really have a place in the album. I'd still put them in the album, just they go at the beginning with no date. And then Barber half, 1897 is now my oldest Barber. The only older coin I have than that one. I have one seated that had a filled hole I picked up at the last show as well. So if you want to check out that video is there. But just want to run through these real quick. Thanks again, and I will have the foreign video coming out hopefully next weekend. Alright, have a good weekend.